Hello friends, hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today's video is going to be short, simple, and to the point. I just want to share this little EQ trick to make your kicks sound cleaner, less muddy, and overall tighter. But before I get into it, just be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, do all that stuff. Do anything you can to support the channel, I really appreciate it. But now, let's get into it. So something that I've noticed in pretty much every kick that I've worked with is that it has this low mid muddy frequency range around 200 to 400 hertz. And typically muddiness is always associated with that frequency band anyways, but I've just noticed that pretty much every kick has these unwanted frequencies in it, and it just sounds good to EQ them out. So let me take this kick for example, and I mean even like 808 kicks, which are like one of the cleanest kicks, even that benefits from this sort of low mid cut. So we have this kick going 909, kind of distorted 909 kick, and I just want to take this band, make it kind of narrow, have the Q at 2.8, and just sweep it across this 200 to 400 region and see where it gets tighter. So let's see. So I kind of like it right here, pretty much right at 200, a little bit below 200, but it takes some of that boominess away, the boominess that I don't like. I like the sub frequency boominess over here around like 80 to 100 and sometimes around 50 hertz, but I'm not a fan of this 200 hertz boominess. So I'll just like A-B these. So this is without. I think I can make this a little higher too, actually. Yeah, there we go. Around 250. It's a subtle difference, but it actually helps a lot. So not only are you making the kick sound cleaner, but you're also freeing up more space in the mix for, say, your bass line or other low frequency elements, like for example a snare. A lot of snares have this sort of fundamental frequency around that range. Let me just grab a snare real quick and we can check that out. I'll just grab like a 808 snare. Just want an 808. Maybe not this one. This one's kind of higher pitched. We'll see. This one doesn't have much like bottom end weight to it. Let's see. Oh, nope. I was right. See, right at 200, 190, you have this. So if you carve that out of your kick, your snare is going to punch through a lot better. And also it's going to free up some headroom in your mix as well. So that means, you can push your track even louder without clipping or distorting. So that's nice. So another EQ trick you can try out in addition to the low mid cut is a high pass filter at the fundamental frequency of the kick. So let's play this kick again. Oops. Let's turn that off. So let's see where our fundamental is here. Got our fundamental around 55, 56 hertz. So let's just make this 56 and then we'll boost it. And so what you're doing here is, you're getting all of this stuff below the fundamental, you're getting rid of all that because you don't really need it. I mean, obviously it's genre dependent, it's taste dependent, but generally speaking, especially for club tracks, it's a pretty good idea to just roll off everything below your fundamental frequency of the kick. That way, again, you're going to get more headroom. You're going to be able to boost this frequency more, so it's actually going to punch through better. It's going to sound and feel better, and you're going to get that nice punchy bass. So I did it with this kick. Let's just do it with another kick, just for another example. So now we have another 909. This one's looks like a little bit cleaner of a 909. And let's try the same thing. Let's do our low mid cut. Sweep. I like it kind of there-ish. You always got to A-B it just to see if you're doing the right thing. this kick doesn't need as much of a low mid cut because, you know, it's cleaner to begin with. You know, if we compare it with this kick, this one sounds like it's already been like very heavily compressed and saturated. So naturally, when you do things like saturation or distortion, you're going to be bringing up these low mid frequencies as a result of that. So it's also a good idea to do this EQing before you throw it into your processing, because if you have that unwanted frequencies, once you process it, your processing is going to kind of bring those out along with everything else. Now, if you cut it beforehand, that means that the processing is not going to affect those frequencies as much, and it's not going to make as much of a difference after you put all the plugins and effects and all that, if that makes any sense. Order does matter with your plugins, in case you're wondering. Order does matter. Alright, let's go back to this kick. This one I might actually do a little bit lower. I'm also on headphones, so it's a little bit hard to hear for me. It's a lot easier if I'm on my speakers, my sub, but you know, you get the gist of it. And then we want to just do this high pass. The fundamental here I think is also around like 55. Yep, we're right at 55. Nice little A note. Do that. So then we can A-B this EQ, see what effect it had. Like I said, it's subtle, but it's all the little subtle things that you do to your sounds that end up resulting in a really good mix. You know, you're not going to have this one magical plugin that you just slap on there and it's going to sound amazing. You know, it's all these little things that you do, and like the selection of the sound itself and everything that makes a really good mix. So there you have it. Like I said, short video, simple technique. I use this on pretty much every single one of my kicks. I can't remember the last time I didn't do this low mid cut, but I hope you found this helpful and informative. Please let me know in the comments if there's any other things you want me to talk about. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'm always looking for new things to make content about. But anyway, hope you have a nice day. Peace out.